A lot of people are suffering, bro. And looking at this update, it is going to affect people's desire to buy new products from your business. Everything's a business. The government are trying to pretend that they're special. They're not. They're trying to pretend that they are, large and in charge. Actually, what was the word? What was the word that I said? I said a while back. I said something along the lines of like, in the name of masculinity. It always comes down to masculinity, doesn't it? These guys think that they're doing it for the kids. They're doing it to represent masculinity. They're doing it because, they're leaders and they could lead by example. And I'm over here, I call bullshit. And I call bullshit. And the reason I call bullshit, and I said that 3 times, right? Bear with me. The reason I said that is because this ain't 300. You're not warriors. As a matter of fact, you're not Spartans. You're just a bunch of soulless fuckers sitting over here in front of a microphone. I'm so glad there's more than one microphone because I don't want to smell that breath. I don't want to smell that shit. Bro, I'm getting angry, I honestly don't know what to say about this, but there's no such thing as, it's not called the Online Safety Act. It's called the Online Surveillance Act, bro. There's some bastards, you know what I'm saying? And I'm not gonna apologize, you know what I mean? I shouldn't have to. At the same time, I shouldn't have to see this shit, you know what I mean? I'm just like, I just want to go about my business. I just want to be able to, I want to be allowed to at least go about my business, you know what I mean? And I can't like going in the settings when I update my phone, and every time I update my phone I'm gonna go, oh, I have to confirm I'm how old I am. Like, I'm over the age of 20, but I have to confirm I'm fucking over the age of 20. Like, how many times in a recording have I said I'm old, I'm ancient? I'm not even gonna pretend to be happy, because how can I be happy, bro? How can I pretend to be something that I'm not, bro? I'm not impressed by this bullshit, because that's exactly what it is. I call bullshit. I call it what it is. It's called the Online Surveillance Act for a fucking reason. And we need to come together as a community and call it out. We need to come together as a community and call this nonsense out. I'm not going to sit here or stand still and pretend to be calm. I used to have that meme, keep calm and carry on. I used to back in the day. But now I'm at a point where I'm not calm no more. I'm not calm. I'll never be what I used to be, bro. I will never be that guy. When I sit here and I look at these people and what they are doing to the internet, what they're doing to these kids, how they treat these kids, no justice for the survivors, no justice for the victims. They're not even there saying we need to release the rest of the Epstein files. The fuckers in the government won't even release the rest of the Epstein files, but they got time. Listen, I'm a character. I'm that confused fella. You're telling me, and you could never tell me fuck all, but you're telling me that there are 24 hours in a day. You got a bunch of wannabes trying to be dressing up in suits that appear in front of a camera, in front of millions upon billions of people, right? Because, first it's going to start off millions and then it's going to reach billions because lots more people are going to see it, right? However many people in the algorithm, right? And you approach that microphone and you're telling me that the words that leave your mouth, and I gotta say this, the words that leave your mouths, because there's multiple wannabes trying to be, is, it's for the kids. We're doing it for the kids. What happened to in the name of masculinity? What happened to, leading by example? What happened to being leaders? You see, this is what I'm talking about, bro. This is what I'm talking about, bro. I'm not one of these dickheads. I'm not one of these simps. I'm not one of these fragile You know what I mean? I'm not one of these guys. I'm not one of these guys that that are offended by certain things. I actually went through a day and age where my feelings were hurt. Like I was young. I'm at an age now where nothing much gets me down. Except for going into my settings and actually having to prove that I am who I am. I'm over the age of 20. A lot of people out here, a lot of people out here should have the option to turn it on and off. And if a kid has a phone, then they have parents to set up their phones that would do it. You know what I mean? This, I have no words.